Hey all you hoopsters, I'm Steve Carfino, and it's been 7 rounds of the Molten Waratah League, and we're bringing you the wrap. Let's start it off in the Hunter, where Newcastle took on the Illawarra Hawks in the first leg of the Northern Double. Newcastle nearly doubled Illawarra's score. All 12 Hunters hit the score sheet, and the Hawks were only able to hit 28% from the field and outside the three-point line. And in the second leg, Illawarra traveled to Maitland. Maitland just 3 points shy of 6 players scoring in double figures, while Illawarra, with no Tommy Garlip by the way, had only 1 player in double figures and hit only 2 of 15 outside the three-point line. Hill shot 50% from the floor and lost by 17 points, but the high energy of the Triple C got them to the foul line 33 times compared to Hill's 11. In the rest of Championship Men's other matches, the Norse Bears have kept their unbeaten streak going, defeating the Sydney Comets, while the Spiders got the roadie over the Bankstown Bruins, and Manly holding strong at home, defeating Sutherland in the Battle of the Beaches. Also a few milestones this week. Josh Chapman from the Hornsby Spiders reaching 500 points, Callum Jenkins from the Crusaders reaching 1,000 rebounds, and also Manly's Dwayne Jordan with the biggest milestone of them all, 200 games in the Molten Waratah League. In Newcastle's 30-point win, it was the Hunters who swept the glass, out-rebounding the Hawks 59-41. Sophie Kleeman topped all scorers with 28 points. The Spiders put the defensive web on the Bruins at Bankstown Stadium, holding them to just 14 points in the first half at just 6 of 38 from the field for the Bruins. In remaining matches, the Sydney Comets are hot on the trail of the ladder leaders Newcastle after defeating the Norse Bears at home, while Sutherland were able to get the roadie against Manly. Round 7 of the Molten Waratah League Division I Women saw all the ladies travel to Minto Stadium. I'm talking from Maitland to Wagga Wagga, Shoalhaven to Tamworth. All the ladies made it down south. The Mustangs were able to notch up the first win of the weekend against the Hawkesbury Jets. Across the court, the clash between the Shoalhaven Tigers and the Newcastle Hunters went down to the wire, with the Hunters getting the win by just 4 points. In some of the other highlight matchups of the weekend, the Wagga Blaze were able to win both their matches. The Suns were able to bounce back from their first loss, while the Goulburn Bears were confident about defeating the Inner West Bulls. In the nation's capital, the Canberra Gunners were able to fight back after being down at halftime to defeat the Lithgow Lasers at home. To the Lasers' credit, they were able to sneak back in front in both the first and the second quarter, with Isaac Mack putting in the work, scoring 41 points despite the loss. The Hills Hornets were able to defeat the Jets at home, as too Sydney Union Lions getting one over the Razorbacks. Rianne Greenup caught up with both coach and captain for the winning side.
I'm here with Reese and Alex from the Hills Hornets, who just had a great win against Hawkesbury Jets. What do you think got you over the line today?
They were just tough D and team defense. The intensity was there. I believe just at the end, obviously Hawkesbury clawed back, but obviously we stuck with it. We were very consistent throughout the game, and the boys just brought it home in the end. A couple of good shots, good offensive rebounds, won us the game.
St. George Saints were able to claim victory at home, defeating the Norse Bears 127-106. Luke Davies for the Saints getting on top of that one with 43 big ones. In other matches, the Heat were able to keep their win streak going, while the Yowies, Waves, and Bulls were all able to pick up roadies. As always, the Youth Division is brought to you by BNSW Campus. Let's start off with Division II Youth Men's. A great match with 2 of the highest point scorers going head-to-head as Hawkesbury Jets hosted the Hornsby Spiders. Liam Moss versus Daniel Babb, with Hornsby Daniel Babb just 3 points shy of Hawkesbury's Liam Moss. Although we were waiting for this score-a-thon between these 2 players, it was Isaac Wallace who was the standout for the game, but in a losing effort. The Central Coast Waves made the trip down to Sydney this weekend to take on the Hills Hornets. The Waves have been the quiet achievers of the league and proved that on Saturday, defeating the Hornets 64-58. The rest of the weekend saw both the Comets and Manly getting home victories. In Division I Youth Men's, it was a slow start in the first half of the Maitland Mustangs, but they came out in the second half scoring 46 points to pick up an 11-point win. Maitland moved to 4-4, proving to be a tough place to pick up a W. The Inner West Bulls jumped out to a 16-2 lead. start at Bankstown Stadium. The Bulls had 5 players in double figures, giving them their 3rd straight win. Manly put on a basketball clinic against Sutherland with 3 30-point quarters and 7 players in double figures. In other results, Mossville picked up a win in the Northern Double. The Triple C stayed perfect, getting a tough roadie at Blacktown, while the Comets got it done over Norse, and Penrith picked one up against the Toothless Sharks. Crossing over to the ladies, in a tight match out at the Hills Stadium, it was a Triple C making the trip down to Sydney, hoping to keep their winning streak alive. Hills were off to a strong start in the first quarter, keeping the Crusaders to just 7 points. The game went back and forth with the Triple C eventually getting the roadie 57-50. While out at Bankstown Stadium, the Bruins weren't able to fight back to get the win against the Spiders. In the round's other matches, the Hunters were able to score a massive win at home. Isabel Palmer proving to be best on court with 26 points. Manly were able to get the win over their coastal counterparts. Antonia Henderson proving to be too good with 19 points in that one, with the remaining matches seeing the Sydney Comets and the Sutherland Sharks getting wins. Now it's time to do our MVPOnline.com.au Player of the Week, and your nominees for Round 7 are Mitch Router for the Maitland Mustangs for the fellas, and in Youth Division, Isaac Wallace with 26 points for the Jets. For the ladies, it was Sophie Kleeman, and in Youth Division, Isabel Palmer with 26 points for the Hunters. Make sure you get your votes in by commenting on our Facebook page and YouTube channel to assure your teammates get all the glory they deserve. Thanks to our good friends at MVPOnline.com.au, as these lucky winners from Round 6 will receive awesome prizes. For the ladies, it was Abby Curtin for the Hornsby Spiders, and for the guys, it was the Triple C's Tommy Akamori. That's about it, all you Hoopers, for the wrap, but let me leave you with this thought. Work so hard that someday your signature will become your autograph. See you next time.